Welcome to Freedom Forest and my seed sowing video for today, the 19th of March, Zone 9A here in the southeast of England. Today I'm doing my first outdoor sowing and I'm going to be sowing peas for podding, carrots, broad beans, onions and some daikon radish also. But first I've got to build the supports for the peas to grow up. Built now for the peas, which I'm going to sow direct into the soil here, and I've just used old hazel sticks and bamboo for these frames. They have actually done at least 1 or 2 seasons already, so they are starting to rot a little bit, but hopefully they'll stay strong for 1 more season and we'll see how they go. Before we get into this, it would really mean a lot to us if you can click the thumbs up button and like this video. The more likes we get on YouTube, the more YouTube will recommend our videos to other people. And that is why we do this after all. It's to share the love of homegrown goodness, caring for the planet and caring for ourselves. I've never actually grown peas for podding before, just sugar snaps and mange too normally. Probably because I thought I'd need a lot to make it worthwhile. But now I've been growing food for long enough, I know that the taste of these freshly podded will make it more than worth it alone. I'm sowing 3 seeds per pole for the peas and I'm just pushing them down into the soil with my finger. Then in this line that I've made in front, I'm going to sow early carrots, and in the gaps in between I'm going to sparingly sow a few daikon radish. With these carrot seeds, I'm just sprinkling them very lightly onto the surface of the compost, and then I'll work them in with my fingers and then walk over the line of compost to push them and firm them down into the soil. I'm seeing a lot of comments and questions at the moment about how to protect your seeds from birds and mice. And we do certainly have some issues with that here at Freedom Forest. What I'm doing to protect my seeds is using these metal cages to line up over where I've just sown the carrots. And then what we do for our peas and beans is we get loads of sticks and dead wood like this, and then I'll push the sticks in all around where I've sown the peas, and that should hopefully help with two things. One, a little bit of bird protection, and two, it helps the peas to climb up to the poles when they first emerge from the soil. So there you have it, my little fortress of sticks for all of the peas. This is going to be my onion bed this year. I'm going to sow some red onion seeds direct now, in the same way that I sowed the carrot seeds earlier. And then I've got more multi-sown onions at home which I'll transplant out when they're ready. This is what I call my wild veggie bed. I do sow some annuals up here purposefully, but I let things run to seed freely, and I also sprinkle the seeds around from other plants that have seeded elsewhere. There's lots of rainbow chard, garlic which got forgotten about and left in, and loads of chives coming up. And hopefully we'll have self-seeded parsley and celery this year. I do plant perennial vegetables up here. There's horseradish and globe artichokes. Then there's a few tubers, mainly oca, mashua, Jerusalem artichokes and the odd potato. I'm sowing an area of broad beans now, and over the coming weeks I'll be adding the purple sugar snap peas that I sowed in last week's video. And there'll be rows of corn all along the front with winter squash sown underneath so that they can trail all down the bank. Tomorrow I'm going to sow more tomatoes, multi-sown onions and lettuce at home in the greenhouse. Then we'll be sowing parsnips and our first early potatoes here very soon. I'll also be sowing over the next couple of weeks more brassicas, kale, collie, etc. New Zealand native spinach and basil and much more, so stay tuned. All that's left to do now is pick some fresh winter salad greens to go with our mac and cheese for dinner tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the video today. Thanks for watching. Peace and plants.